संजय जी।
हेलो
संजय भाई नमस्ते। दोनों साथ में ही हैं। संजय भाई नमस्कार।
नमस्ते अंकल।
हम दोनों भी साथ में हैं, देख लीजिए।
अरे यार आप भी फुकेत पहुंच गए।
हाँ, जोड़े जोड़े के साथ में, देख लो, जोड़े हम लोग।
क्या बात है।
Sorry about yesterday.
नमस्ते। उधर उधर आइए। हाँ अंकल जी एक मिनट इधर आ। नहीं, no problem, no problem. We just wanted your advice on a couple of things yesterday. But it's okay. We can discuss it later.
Okay, after this we can talk.
Yeah, no problem.
We are waiting for more people to join, then we start, है ना?
Yeah. अंकल कौन सी बीच पे हैं आप?
घर पे ही बना दिया बीच।
हैं सर?
घर पे ही बना दिया बीच, अभी बाहर जा नहीं सकते ना।
प्राइवेट बीच,
virtual beach.
Hi Nikunj.
Hi, how are you?
Was good, long time है, very long time.
Yeah, long time.
All well.
अंकल जी ने virtual beach बता दिया।
हाँ।
कुछ भी चीज मिस करते हैं तो उसका आइडिया निकल के एंड लाने का।
Yes.
So Vandana is also online, I see. Vandana, hi.
हाय भैया।
कैसे हो?
हाँ अच्छी हूँ भैया, आप लोग?
बस good.
हाय जॉली जी।
हाँ नमस्ते, कैसे हैं आप?
हाँ बस अच्छी हूँ, नमस्ते।
हाय भैया।
हाय अमित, क्या खबर? ऑल वेल?
कैसे भैया? हाय जॉली जी।
ये तुम्हारी अभी से सफेदी कैसे आ गई यार इतनी?
हेलो।
मैं बोला भाई तुम्हारी इतनी सफेदी कैसे आ गई अभी से?
संडे है, सब दो लोग ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे।
और कैसे जॉली जी?
बढ़िया, क्या हालचाल है?
बस एकदम ठीक है जॉली जी।
चलिए सर, वंडरफुल सर।
शैलेश भाई कैसे हो?
ये आप प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
बस ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे हो अमित जी?
बस ठीक है शैलेश भाई, आप कैसे हो?
बस बढ़िया, फाइन।
ओके जी, कंटिन्यू कीजिए आप लोग। ओके।
वो दाढ़ी।
हाँ जोली भाई, संजय भाई कैसे हो आप?
कैसे?
बस बढ़िया।
सॉरी फोटो पे नहीं, आपकी आवाज से फिर पहचान गए।
अरे वेरी गुड। फोटो तो अभी बदल गई ना। सफेदी आ गई।
हाँ।
कितना वेट करो? पांच लोग वेट करेंगे।
10-20 हो गया, 6-20 हो गया,
10 हुआ।
6-20। क्या हुआ कल मीटिंग में? एनीथिंग संजय?
Hey uncle ji, nothing much. We can discuss it later. Nothing.
हमारा कल एकल का मीटिंग था, दुबई वाला। प्रदीप भी आए थे, प्रदीप भाई गोयल। प्रदीप गोयल
वो पहले म्यूट थे। हाँ अब बोले। हाँ संजय जी ने भेजी थी साहब वो इमेजेस और सब दुबई के मीटिंग।
बहुत लोग। मैं कभी तो 3 साल से भी नहीं फोन नहीं किया, वो लोग भी आए।
ओह वंडरफुल।
अच्छा सब
सारी मीटिंग में प्रदीप भाई यही चर्चा हो रही थी कि हर्षद जी आप हमको छोड़ के थाईलैंड चले गए और हम कुछ नहीं कर पा रहे हैं यहाँ पे दुबई में।
हाँ। नहीं वो तो अब वर्चुअल हो सकता है ना।
हाँ वही किया ना कल से।
हाँ लेकिन अच्छा वो इधर आ गए ना, अपना इधर का तो शुरू हो गया। अंकल जी आ गए। हाँ ये यहाँ शुरू हो गया ना,
यहाँ जरूरत थी उनकी।
मुझे तो ऐसा लगा कि वो he has to do 2 places, बैंकॉक and दुबई both.
Yes, absolutely. वरद हस्त तो चाहिए ही चाहिए।
नहीं वहाँ के लोग क्या करना चाहते हैं, अभी कोई गाइडेंस नहीं मिल रही पक्की। क्योंकि वहाँ दुबई क्या है, दुबई में हाथ पकड़ के काम करना पड़ता है, बोलने से नहीं होता, कुछ भी नहीं होता। मेरा ये मानना है कि एक दो जन तो ऐसे चाहिए जो हाथ पकड़ के ले जावे, दिखावे, देन इसका कॉन्फिडेंस बनता है, काम करने वाला का भी बढ़ता है, और दे नो एग्जैक्टली वो, बिकॉज खाली कहने से या बोलने से या बताने से मैसेज इतना जाता नहीं पावरफुल. So this is what we are trying today's second meeting also. What exactly, because basically they think they should know that this is their one kind of, फर्ज को क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में, ड्यूटी है,
Responsibility.
ड्यूटी है. once they joined एकल, that is their duty, is not our duty. Their duty they must understand. तो एकल चलता है, because एकल is finally सेवा है ना.
Need
Yeah.
someone who can
Yes, sir.
passionately, sorry to interrupt. Need someone to passionately give an example why this needs to be done.
Okay. You want to answer?
No. नहीं, कुछ क्वेश्चन था क्या? निक्की जी क्या बोल रहे हैं? कुछ क्वेश्चन है क्या?
नहीं, मैं ये बोल रहा था कि we need somebody who can passionately pass on the message that this is the real need, because this will even be a solution to the current issues. Like education is the issue to every situation. Like right now, whatever is going on in the world, it is due to the lack of education. The more educated, the less educated, something like that. So it needs, it is important. So if it is passionately told to the people, I think it may make sense.
अच्छा, सॉरी, 1 मिनट 6:15 होने वाले हैं. We will start the meeting now.
Yeah, please.
दिख रहा है? तो आप सबके पास एजेंडा है ना मीटिंग का?
Yes.
Okay. तो पहला है सबसे पहले तो आप सबका स्वागत है, हार्दिक स्वागत है. और अभी कुछ लोग, 4-5 लोग हैं जो भी जुड़ने वाले हैं, तो बट वी हैव टू स्टार्ट द मीटिंग ऑन टाइम, अदरवाइज वी विल नॉट फिनिश इट इन 1 hour. But we can start in the beginning now. So the first of all, welcome everybody. Harshad ji is the chairperson of the meeting today, and we are happy that office bearers of Ekal Thailand, Sri Pradeep Lodha ji or Sanjay Naheta ji, both are here at one place, and Sushil ji also here. Sushil ji, can you listen to us? Okay, Sushil ji here. Then we have
I am only observer. I will not speak anything, and I will not just. I am listening only as an observer.
Just to make sure that you are here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and then we have Dicky Mehta ji and Nitin ji, Shipra ji, both are one place. Vandana and Amit ji one place. Shailesh ji at one place. And yeah, so in fact we supposed to have about 10-15 confirmations today, but we have less number of people now. But anyway, we have to start the meeting as we planned for that. So first of all, I would like to request Harshad ji to please open the meeting with your 2 minutes wisdom about how the Ekal was started in the beginning. Yeah.
I think in 1983, some of the scientists went to Jharkhand. They already researched that what is need, and they wanted to go practically and see what can be done in the deep and forest area. This is called Ada. It's not a village. Village is quite big in India. There are more than 1,000 families or something like that. But where our school was started, it is called Pada. There are only less than 30 to 40 families. So they went to the I would say the remote place with the very, very grassroots level where there are hardly anything to as a for the civilian. They have nothing to offer. And this is where they say they want to start. Why they choose that place, I don't know about that. That really I'm going to do a lot of study about how Ekal was started, what was the research before they started in 1983. Then Dr. Rajneesh, the first person to have this idea, it is called from IIT, Rakesh Pople. He was a scientist, Rakesh Pople, Popley. Then again in 1985, before 1985, there are three other doctors, Rajneesh Arora, Mahesh Sharma, and Ashok Bhagat. Three scientists also joined for giving a shape to this Ekal Vidyalaya, how the education should be done, what kind of syllabus should be used, what kind of method we should going to use, how economically we can run this, and that is what done. In 1985, the first school which is existing today, the same model was designed by Syam Gupta ji. Uske baad, that school has been running almost more than 29 to 28 years now, 30 years. And it is whenever this school has started and anybody visit that, it is called One Yatra. So that time they decided to have 25 to 30 students, one teacher, one village, and one language. The language they choose which local people want. The study also turn into the same language, and the teacher they pick up also who can train them in this language. This is how shortly I will see some kind of how history about Ekal Vidyalaya, how it started. And that small school, one school or two schools started, is reached more than 100,000 today. Because a lot of people who really understood, who really supported, and who really think that this, we are businessmen, because businessmen knows that small investment can bring such a good result. So they always like to encourage more and more. I am also one of the supporter for Ekal. I joined maybe 11 years back, and I knew, first year I knew when Subhash Ji was there. At that time I committed 1,000 school, first time. And then they asked me to start in Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir. I said, why Jammu Kashmir? So they said, no, there are nobody willing to give donation for Jammu Kashmir. Can you do it? I said, for me, it's children, I'm not talking about any community, any caste or anything. So I said, yes. And then I ran this whole school for 4 years. It was more than 340 school. And till today, I've seen that Jammu Kashmir has more than 600 schools today, which is started by me in, I would say, maybe 2006 or 2007. This was the first time. So people who joined Ekal, they have to believe, like in religion, there is no proof. If somebody asks what is the proof? Where is the God in this? There is no proof. But still we are believing in religion where we are, in which we are. Same way, once you believe in Ekal, I request all of you, you should have a question, but that question should be answered possible way. Not, we can't show you any, if somebody says, what is the result of all the student who has studied in Ekal and today? Yesterday I asked the Pradeep ji also that we should have some study. They say, yes, we are going to do some study, what happened to the student and up to what, how many students reached to what a level and this. So they are going to do this study also, because number of question comes from the educated Now we have more educated people joining ECOL. They have all avenues which they think that require for education. So we will try to fulfill it, and I'm sure the ECOL will going to fulfill it. Thank you. It's all Sanjay yours.
Thank you, Arshad ji. Okay, this was a brief about the inspiration from Harshad ji about ECOL. Now I would like to acknowledge the presence of Krishna ji. Krishna ji, just say hello, please. And
Hi. Sorry, I missed the beginning, but yes, I've read about it. Hello, namaste. How are you?
good, good.
Namaste.
And we have Shweta ji. Shweta ji, hello.
Hello, Sanjay ji. Hello, everybody.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I was a bit late, but glad to be a part of it.
Thank you. Rekha, are you here, Rekha ji? Rekha? Okay.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Okay, good.
So
Thank
today
you.
I also late. Sorry for that. Apologies.
Yeah, I think
Thank you.
there's a long weekend. People are traveling, so I just checked. They are not in Bangkok, so we cannot have too many people today. That is for sure. But it's okay. We will continue our efforts. More such meetings in future as well. Okay, I move to the next now. Agenda, yeah. Okay, I will come back to the Sanjay ji Nehta later on after the video. But let introduction video presentation that I picked. There are many videos of Ekal Vidyalaya movement, but I picked one that that is more relevant and more up to date as of now. So it's a 7 minutes video. I would like you to please watch it carefully, and then we continue our discussion after that. Please wait, I'm sharing. Okay, share screen.
Seems to be some issue with loading the video, so just hang on, guys.
Okay, sorry, there was some internet issue. All can hear me, am I right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Shilpa ji, namaskar. Namaste.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thanks.
Krishna, I cannot see Krishna.
Krishna is here. Yeah.
We are on only video call, no videos.
So I'm trying to play the video. Share screen. Okay, please let me know if you can share this. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Confirm me.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Yeah.
I can't hear the audio. Can people hear it?
No, we cannot hear the audio.
So why not just do the presentation of vehicle? Sanjay ji can't hear any audio. Huh?
हाँ दोबारा बोलिए.
ऑडियो सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है कुछ भी.
अच्छा others please. Shilpa ji, can you hear us?
No,
Hello,
Sanjay ji, audio is not audible.
Audio is not there.
Okay, so I think that's
Yeah, so in the video, when you're turning on the video, the audio part is not working. You can see the slides, but we can't hear anything.
Yeah, there must be some setting issue. Nitin ji, are you here, Nitin ji?
हाँ जी.
Okay, can you help me how to turn the video audio?
Auto play come to device.
Video settings इस पे करो क्या?
वीडियो सेटिंग में हाँ देख के देखें एक बार. मेरे को बिल्कुल आइडिया नहीं बिकॉज़ मेरे पास कंप्यूटर नहीं है ना.
इसमें क्या
I'm just
है?
looking from the virtual
audio. I'm using the speaker audio. Should I go save as system, right? Save as system.
हाँ system is default.
Okay. So
देख के देखें उसमें default में डाल के देखें संजय जी शायद आ जाए.
Let me play again. Let me know, है ना? Okay, first. Can you hear now?
बहुत हल्की सी आवाज आ रही है.
Can you hear now or no?
मतलब समझ में नहीं आ रहा. It's very low. It's hardly anything.
Very low. It's very low. Volume is very low.
Okay, because in my computer is okay, but maybe you can check your side, please.
I think you can share the link with everybody, and then later on they can see.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay. I can do that also. Stop sharing. But it should work in any way. Let me try this one more video that I picked up for you, all of you. Can you listen that video?
There's no video at the moment.
कुछ नहीं है अभी तक तो नहीं. Sanjay,
We can see
there
your
is
screen
nothing.
as if you're
We can see
selecting
your
something.
screen, but nothing. No audio.
Stop sharing. Okay, I'd like to see again if we can use that. Okay, I think there is some issue with the audio systems, but I'm going straight to the presentation now. This is more important than audio video. Okay, please confirm you can see the screen.
Yes, we can see the screen now.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay, I'm sorry that the video, the two videos I selected for all of you that I will share with you the link and you can watch it later after the presentation. And so let me give brief to all of you about the Ekal Mitra that we are proposing today for the second meeting actually. First meeting we discussed a little bit, but there are some people that like Silpaji and others who has an initial briefing about Ekal Mitra concept, but we have new people here today. And also we have a executive committee member, so we all discuss this initiative in detail. The initiative proposed by Dr. Harshad Mehta ji. He has a long experience in working with Ekal, with volunteers and all that. And we agreed that we will use the term Ekal instead of going for volunteers. So the first picture that you are looking at your screen, this picture is from, there's a tribal community in Karnataka we call Suliga. So the reason I pick up this picture because the Suliga tribal community in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, these both states have the Ekal schools, and somehow this particular tribal community get benefited from the Ekal. So that's why I pick up that picture just to show you that that how deep impact of Ekal in the tribal communities in Bharat. So just want to let you know about that. So next, as we all know that Swami Vivekananda, he is the inspiration for the youth, and not only in Bharat, but for the whole world. His contribution about Vedic values, Vedanta, and his historical speech in the Parliament of Religion Leaders in Chicago. So we all aware about Vivekananda's contribution, but how it is linked with Ekal, because he has given some direction that how education is important for the poor people who are living in the remote areas. So coming to that point, Swami Vivekananda ji gave the concept that if children are not going to schools, because there are a lot of dropouts, people are not giving value to education. So instead of looking the other perspective, that let's say if children are not going to schools, the school has to go to the children. So that the concept that Swami Vivekananda ji gave to the, and the Ekal picked up that concept that, okay, yeah, we understand the problems in the rural areas. Let's go and visit, go understand the problem of the local society and bring Ekal schools over there. So that is the brief ideological thinking that we would like to share with you, that why Ekal schools are going to the villages. So at the currently, we'll come back to the data now. So we have more than 100,000 villages which are covered by Ekal Vidyalaya Foundation. Then after that, okay, please confirm me that you can see the screen. Hello?
Yes, we can see the screen, Sanjay ji.
Yes.
Yes,
we can see
we
it.
can see it.
This is the picture I would like to share with you because we're talking about Ekal Mitra, and Harshad ji, myself, and all of you, we can say that if the top leadership of a country is talking about Ekal very often in the big international national meetings, so we can see how impactful Ekal as a concept. So I have seen number of videos or statements made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji about Ekal, and he himself liked it very much. He appreciated the team, he appreciated the volunteers, he appreciated each and every person who is involved with Ekal Vidyalaya. And not only that, he also gave a guidance. In fact, in 2017, when there was a Ekal meeting, then at that time, we have a 60,000 Ekal school at that time. So Prime Minister Modi made a statement that I would like to see Ekal in more than 100,000 villages. And then he gave the target until 2022. By 2022, we should have a Ekal presence in 100,000 villages in Bharat. Then later, after 3 years, in 2019, the Prime Minister come again in a function, and he said that 2 years back, I gave target to Ekal that we will have a 100,000 schools, but I'm so happy that they have achieved the target 3 years before my deadline. So even the Prime Minister Modi said that I gave you 2022, but you have achieved the target in 2019 only. So with that, it's a good achievement. My point is that if a top leadership like Narendra Modi ji himself associated with Ekal as Ekal Mitra, Ekal supporter, Ekal guide, so I think we can definitely trust that model in a way that it is highly impactful idea for developing the rural society, children, education, livelihood, and all that. And this is the picture I share with you that all the top dignitaries of Ekal, they had few meetings with Prime Minister Modi. You can see in the picture, and I feel personally very proud that you will hardly find any NGO or non-government organization that has a highest reach up to top level of the government. So whatever you do, any effort you do today, it's going to reach to the people, and also it is going to have a big impact in the education policy of Bharat, not only in the villages, but also it will impact as a country as a whole. So I'm sure Ekal is going in the right direction with the help of the top leadership with us. That is the whole point of my understanding that I would like to share with you, that why Ekal is important and what top leadership of Bharat think about Ekal. Now, the Ekal Vidyalaya, as you know, in English we call one teacher school. And Harshad ji told in the beginning that actually the research started by the 3-4 scientists in 1983. Then 1985, Shyam Gupta ji got involved with the Friends of Tribal Society. He picked up a pilot project in 400 villages of Odisha and started night schools over there. And after that, from the night school, it became a kind of a Ekal school in the daytime. But the pilot project was started by Shyam Gupta ji, and then later he adopted this. He himself was very particular about replicating the idea of Ekal to the entire Bharat, not only the tribal societies. So he brings some business community, and then they show around that, okay, this is the Ekal school, this is the district, and they see the hardship of the people, and still they would like to get educated. And then that's how he built up a momentum. And then finally in 1989, the Jharkhand, Bihar at that time, Jharkhand was not there. So the school, Ekal school, first Ekal school was started from Bihar, tribal areas. And part of the credit should goes to the Shyam Gupta ji, who has worked very hard, who has tested the concept. And in the beginning, it was just to provide a functional literacy to the rural children. So this is the general history, but we as we move forward, we will try to learn more deep into that. But I think overall, this was a tested concept. It was tested very well in Odisha by Shyam Gupta ji, and also it was done. Research study has been done by the scientists. They find some gaps between how to connect the rural population with the urban population. Rural population where we have a lack of resources, no education, no infrastructure, no literacy, and no facilities available for the poor people. So they would like to bridge the gap between the urban citizens and the rural citizens by providing an education bridge in between that. So that's how the Ekal started. And the three important components are here: one village, one school, and one teacher. So everything is one. So we have picked up one village. Now we have more than 100,000 villages. We have one school. We have more than 100,000 schools now. And we have one teacher, and we have more than 100,000 teachers as well. So you can see the workforce behind the Ekal, which is working all the time the last 30 years to make this dream in the reality. Then all of you know that Ekal facilitate the process of empowering tribal communities by providing them equality in social, economic, and gender. So that's the long-term vision of Ekal. They believe that every whole community has to be equal. Then mission is, as I said earlier, that holistic development of village, not only the education, but also the empowering people, job opportunities, skill development, awareness, learning about agriculture practices, entrepreneurship. So it's basically Ekal mission is more than just an education. It has become now the initiative that promote the concept of a self-reliant village. So that is the Ekal mission now. So you know that now during the Corona period, the schools are not basically operating now, but they are doing a tremendous amount of work to protecting villages from Corona by educating people about the prevention strategies. So that is the mission and vision of Ekal. So all of us, whatever we do in Ekal, we should always remember that there is a purpose, there is a objective to do each and every activity in the Ekal, and that is to support the communities in Bharat that required help, especially in the rural areas. Now, this is the screenshot I would like to share with you, that there are lots of information available on the ekal.org website. And the latest data that you can see on my screen here, we have 102,552 schools. We have 26,32,065. So they said that about 3 million, but this data a little bit less number, but generally they said that there are 3 million students are actually learning in the Ekal schools. And then there's a separate figure of, you can see the boys and girls both are equal. So the latest, and the data is being updated all the time, but we are saying that 100,000 teachers, more than 100,000 teachers are actually working in more than 100,000 villages to promote Ekal, to have an impact in the rural society. So we have a large workforce of volunteers which is working for Ekal. I strongly suggest you that please go through all the sections of the website, ekal.org. You will get lots of information about history, about the future plans, about success stories, about the data. So most of the information it is available, and also how to donate is also important there. So people can pay online, or the different ways to pay, which is available also on the website. Now this is something Ekal as a success story. We call it success story because it connects lots of people. So one village, one teacher, and we, as Harshaji mentioned, that in every school we have a 25 to 35 students, and age range is 6 to 14 years. Yesterday, Pradeep ji, he told us in the meeting that they prefer to transfer all the Ekal students into the government schools. So let's say once they finish the basic education in the rural in the Ekal school, then the Ekal school also facilitate the process of transferring them the nearest government school. But he also told me that suppose if you finish Ekal school, normally you should go in the grade year 3 or 4 in the government school, but they jump to grade 5 because the skills that they learn in the Ekal school much higher than the government school. So that's how they get the advantage. And then Ekal leadership has confirmed that they would like to send their the purpose is to educate, give them primary education in the Ekal school, but then later they're also responsible to transfer those students into the government school so that they can build a career where they can get a free education, free clothes, books, and also sometimes some government they're providing some transportation, free transportation to the and free food also. Midday meal was a very good concept for the rural children because if they go to government school, they get a midday meal, they get their dresses, they get the books, and they have access to the more teachers, and they can get a formal education basically. So that was yesterday, it was discussed like that. And so before, but again, there are some parents, they said that Ekal school are better than the government school. That I just want to tell you about the story. Then they learn with the help of books and games, activities, and some songs, dances, so but some different types of learning environment in the Ekal school that attract the students of the rural areas. And then the other thing that they teach in the local language like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Punjabi. So whatever language the school have in that area, they adopt that local language that make it more comfortable to them. They don't have to go to English schools or school where they cannot speak their language. So that's how the Ekal school attracted towards the rural population. And again, there's no infrastructure. The schools are operated by in Chopal or a community center or even some village courtyard or any, maybe some homes are also offering the space for the Ekal schools. So you don't need a big structure at all. It's a basic area where people can sit down and learn together. And the teacher also from the local village. And there's a Gram Samiti who appoint the teacher there. And so local teacher, local students, local resources, and not too much expenses are there. So that's how the Ekal schools are running. That's why we call a success story. And the success story, which is like we have very less expenses and higher impact. That's what you can say here. So this is all about Ekal now. Next, I come to the okay, this is something we have discussed yesterday, actually, that what makes Ekal unique. So all of you should understand carefully that Ekal, as I told you, that we have 100,000 villages, 100,000 teachers. So it provides a largest grassroots network of people. That's number one. Second is minimum input and maximum output. It means that like a $365 or 26,000 rupees for 1 year is actually very minimum amount of money for Ekal school. But if you see the impact, the 25, 30 children are getting benefited from directly from the Ekal school. We are also giving a stipend to the teacher, 1,000 rupees per month. So there are some trainings, volunteers are involved with that. So they're also getting some administrative expenses. So all I can say that it's 26,000 baht, lot of benefits are coming. That's why this makes Ekal very unique organization, where we have minimum input and maximum output, and we have less than 10% or 9% administrative expense. It means if you donate 26,000 baht, majority of money goes to the beneficiaries. This is very important thing in the Ekal that makes him something unique.
Sanjay, it's not baht, it's rupee.
Okay, yeah, sorry, INR. Okay, then thank you, Jiha. And then the holistic development of village means, as I said, it's not only just education, it's also creating employment opportunities for farmers, and also self-help groups of the women, and also educating about the government policies, how to take benefit advantage of the government scholarship policies, and how to become a informed citizen of Bharat, like right to vote, right to education, right to if there's some problems in the society. So it's like a overall a concept of healthy village. So this is very important for the Ekal, that they're thinking a holistic development of the village, not only just focusing only the children education, but they also convince their parents. They have a Gram Samiti, they identify the issues, they select the teacher, they also tell them some moral values, which is very important for the rural society. Now the people who are associated with the Ekal, they feel very proud. Like Harshaji sitting with me, he has been involved for many years, and many of you are donors also here. So when you contribute something for Ekal, you feel very proud. Okay, yes, I have done something right in my life. I would like to, I'm supporting the education in Bharat, which is our motherland. So there's a feeling of pride is there to support the education as a cause. Now the other thing, what makes Ekal unique is that it is run by volunteers. You must know that Ekal did not get funding from government. No fund comes from government. They all contribution from the overseas and the local resources. And this is also important that people who are associated with the Ekal, they are all Ekal Mitra, Ekal volunteers who support them, tan se, man se, dhan se, you know, all the ways, whatever effort you are looking in the Ekal, they're all run by the, like I give one example to you. Ekal pay 1,000 rupees for the teacher for 1 month. If you understand the requirement of the teacher is maybe 20,000 rupees, but he has volunteered himself or herself to support the local children and come forward and doing that. So that is something we feel very proud that this is organization which does not depend on the funding from the government. They collect from the donors and then they distribute the funds to the community. That is makes the unique, very unique Ekal. Now sometimes what happens when government starts some policies, so it starts from top to bottom. There's no participation of the people at all. But in Ekal, it is not like that. Ekal trying to make this model as participatory as possible by involving the local communities. We have a village level volunteers, Gram Samiti, then block level, then district level. So there is a chain of operation in the Ekal that make the more participatory and more involved at the every level, district level, block level, and Anchal level, and village level. So I think this is something very unique that many organizations doesn't have that participatory model of development, but Ekal provide that opportunity. Now as I said last time, the creative learning environment means it's not just like a teacher writing something on the board and the students making the notes. It's not like that. The Ekal have some unique learning opportunities. Like I heard from Pradeep yesterday that they are now promoting the digital literacy. Even the teachers are equipped with the tablet. They're teaching with the tablet. So see how technology-driven education provided by Ekal in the rural and remotest areas of the Bharat. So these 2 points are important. Creative learning environment the Ekal provides, and also through education, technology-driven education, which means that we have a Ekal computer lab that goes village to village. We have a tablets, and all the yesterday Harshaji asked the question that how the schools are connected with internet. The Pradeep ji said that almost 70% of the villages that have Ekal school are connected through internet. Some villages are not connected, and they are already in touch with the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting to provide internet services in the Ekal schools in Bharat. So I think the connectivity issue will be resolved in next few years. And when we have more internet opportunities in the village area, so students will be more comfortable using technology in their hands. Then again, the teaching with the local language and in the culture, with our own culture, this makes something very unique. And this is the only organization that children feel proud that they learn something about moral values, moral education, yoga, ancient culture, Sanskrit, and also the basic skills about how to live peacefully in a community, and promoting children to do something good activities, involving them. So I think this Ekal provide all a holistic development opportunity for the village, not only for the children, but the whole society. But children are important because they learn something good now, and then they will impart, they will get this skills. And when they go to government schools and then they go to jobs and business, they will be more patriotic towards Bharat. They will be more contributing member of society. And as a donor, you will feel proud that you have invested in someone's lives and it becomes successful. That's why Pradeep ji yesterday said that they are also creating an alumni association of Ekal. They're trying to collect the data that, okay, this person was studying Ekal in this year and then moved to government school and then moved to this job and now doing this. So they're trying to collect the data. Right now, all the children who will be enrolled in the school, they will use an app. In app, we have a mobile number and email and name and the address. So once they register with the app, then it's easy to track this children was studying the school and where it went after that. So alumni is a good idea, and Ekal will do that in due course. So this is something what Ekal makes unique here. Now this five-fold education program that Ekal adopted, this basic education, healthcare education, empowering, development education, ethics and values. These are all given in the Ekal school. And values they learn from the children learn values from the teachers: respect for parents, respect for teachers, discipline, obedience, basic habits, healthy habits, and also make them patriotic through the different activities. And also they learn how to take care of the environment, which is also very important. Yeah. This education model they are adopted in the Ekal schools. So all of you are aware, but I just want to show this in the screen here. Now, we come to the main point now that, okay, you learn about Ekal concept, why we are doing it. Then we come to the Ekal Mitra now. So Ekal Mitra, Harshad ji has few things in his mind. I try to write down on the paper. I would like to say that what is the expectations what is the criteria for Ekal Mitra? First of all, that the person who want to become Ekal Mitra should have a interest and should be able to devote some time for Ekal activities and get involved with other team members. There should be some basic interest to support Ekal and also give some time. Now, how much time the person should give? So we also draw some, calculate some time that what is the best possibility in Thailand here. So we believe that if our Ekal Mitra can commit 12 hours or 2 days, 12 hours for 2 days in a month, if that can be contributed by Ekal Mitra, I think that would be a good significant contribution. You can do more than that also, but the basic minimum requirement is 12 hours over 2 days in a month. And I think if we are committed for the social life, we should be able to do that. That is my understanding here. And then selfless service and contribution for Ekal of 70-30. So what it means that sometimes you do something without any expectation that you will get something. So sometimes you don't get anything basically. So this is just you think that you are selfless service for the society, for the people in Bharat. And the contribution, let's say 70-30 ratio that we try to adopt here. 70-30 means that 70%. One second. What was?
70% they should contribute vehicle. 30% they can make it their connection. And
Yeah, Harshadji said that what he means 70-30 ratio is that when they work for Ekal, 70% of their efforts should be Ekal, and 30% they can have their own personal interest is also fine, but more 70% should be the contribution towards Ekal. And in return, you might get some benefit like knowing people, doing some other activity. That is 30% is fine, but majority of efforts should be Ekal only. And we all agree that learning with fun have more better results, and all the Ekal Mitra should provide a Seva Bhav, service for the society, service for the people. If you have this Seva Bhav in the mind, you will be better able to contribute much better and more effective way. Then also, it's not that we just writing something here and you have to listen and all that. You can also speak about your ideas, if something better than this. And since you are all volunteers, Ekal Mitra, so we all want to listen your opinion. And if by involving in Ekal, you have opportunity to have a personal growth, you become more confident, more contributing member, you can exchange your views, you can learn how to work with the team. So it basically is a learning process. So not only it's learning is helping the organization Ekal Vidyalaya Foundation, but also it's your learning as well. So we believe that it has to go both ways. You should able to give benefit to Ekal, and Ekal should also give benefit to you. So that is our understanding. That's the criteria that we would like to discuss with you for Ekal Mitra. Then you must be thinking that, okay, if I'm self-motivated, I want to become Ekal Mitra, what I have to do? We also thought about that, what you can, areas where you can help us. So first is that developing a database of potential donors. You know that we are looking for Ekal school donors. Each school costs 26,000 rupees or $365. So you can help us in identifying who could be the potential donor. Uska naam kya hai, email kya hai, mobile kya hai, kya karte hain. So we want to develop a database of the donors who are potential donors who can contribute for the Ekal schools in Bharat. That is one particular task we are looking in the Ekal Mitra. Second thing that sometime we have to conduct the visits and provide some leaflet, poster, brochures to the donors and inform them that what's happening now in the Ekal. So we want our Ekal Mitra give ideas how to reach out to the donors with information. We cannot just go, okay, I am Ekal Mitra. We have to have some information with us, some literature, some pamphlets, some poster about Ekal, or report also is good idea. And then go and visit, meeting with them and talking with them that, okay, what we are doing, how you can help us, how you can contribute for schools. Then I think that engaging, what happened that when somebody donate money for one school, then it's the connection lost. So Ekal Mitra will provide a direct approach with that donors, and they will keep talking with them at least once a month, twice a month, and keep updating them by email, by WhatsApp or phone. So Ekal Mitra will try to engage donors not only before providing not only before becoming the donor, but after they pay money, still we need to engage them in our activities. So that is very important now. The other scope of work is that to promote Ekal through social digital media. We need a lot of volunteers here who can update on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram about Ekal stories, something that motivate people to donate money. Some organizing Ekal events. Suppose we want to organize some virtual event, some get together or some dinner or lunch. We need some help, volunteers to do that. So we are looking your support as Ekal Mitra and events, and also there's some program that will be self-finance program, like we contribute 500 baht each person. But so all these things we need support from the volunteers. Now there are some discussions in the past that we will have school visits in Bharat. So definitely require a lot of logistic support. So we'll assign some of the volunteers, Ekal Mitra, to do that kind of job. And fundraising is very important part of Ekal. So every time we do some activity for fundraising, we expect our Ekal Mitra will contribute in all those efforts. Other than this, our management team also here, they can also assign the task like secretariat, calling people, administration, finance, keeping records, filing and all that. So those things, so this is a common general thing that we expect that our Ekal Mitra will help us. And also the Harshadji said that while becoming a Ekal Mitra, if there are certain costs like transportation cost, or you go and you print and photocopy some documents, so all these costs will be covered by the Ekal Thailand. So you don't have to worry that you are spending money here. No, you are giving your time, that's more than enough. But I think if you have some certain expenses being a Ekal Mitra, that can be discussed and may be reimbursed by the Ekal depending on the situation. But your role as Ekal Mitra is more productive than this. Okay, scope of work. Then now we have talked about the expectations, scope of work. What we also thought about that, reaching to that level, since it's a second meeting only, we need some kind of a skill set in our Ekal Mitra. So what could be the skill set that we identified some skills here. The first thing important that our Ekal Mitra should work as a team. And because we know that when team work together, it can have a larger impact than the individual person. So teamwork and impact is very important for that skill that we are looking in the Ekal Mitra. If you have it, it's good. If you don't have, we have to work with that. Planning and organization, as you said, we will organize number of activities, events. We need good planning, good organization skills. We need suppose if you want to talk to a donor and you have to convince that donor, definitely you need a good presentation skills, communication skills in English language, Hindi language, or in their language. And then sometimes you have to take your own initiative. Like what we expect from our Ekal Mitra, that if somebody tell you do this, it's okay. We will do that also. But it should come from inside you. Okay, I am Ekal Mitra now. I'm in charge of the Ramathri area. How many people I contacted in this month? So this kind of initiative should come from the Ekal Mitra. So taking initiative, leadership, and then ethics and moral approach is also required, because we are working for a social organization. So we have to be more ethical means, and with minimum expenses, more output we have to deliver. So we have to get the Ekal core values, ethics and morality is there. And then we have to be empathetic with the people. Like, for example, some people say, sorry, in the Corona, we are not earning too much money, so maybe we can try next year. It doesn't mean that when somebody says we will not do now, we'll do next year, it doesn't mean that your efforts are finished. Maybe you'll write in your diary, okay, this person is already contacted and said that we'll do next year, we'll follow next year, no problem. Okay. So we have to be empathetic with compassion with the people who could be potential donor for us. Then service mind is very important. We should think that we are here to help people. We try to, for example, if somebody wants to donate money and he is asking how to pay money, oh, give the account number. Okay, I don't know how to transfer money online. So we will help them. So we should have a mind, as a customer service hota na, call center mein phone karte hain, oh, I cannot open my computer. This is a problem here. So something, we have to be more a service provider here. We try to help as much as possible, and we should feel happy to solve the problem also. And finally, we are looking for a confident and flexible. Flexibility is also important. Sometimes we will call the meeting on Sunday, Saturday, so some flexibility we are looking from our Ekal Mitra volunteers. And with your confidence, this is the skill set we required for in Ekal Mitra. Now the training that I want to say one thing in the beginning, that if you think that you are ready to go with that before even training, you are welcome. But if you think that no, you still need to know more about Ekal, you still need to know how to contact people, you still need to know how to use the computers, internet and all that. So we are definitely looking for a training program for our Ekal Mitra. We can have this sometime in August. Where 25 to 30 Ekal Mitra can join this. Our volunteers will help in planning, management. We'll develop a one-day program, maybe half day morning and half day evening, or we can also have a field visit. Suppose many things we can learn from the field visit also. So let's say half day we have a technical session, discussions, and half day field visit. So one day training we are planning now, but we are looking for a more guidance from Bharat. And once you get the proper training about Ekal Mitra, I think it will be very helpful to you to do your work based on the scope of work that we have provided to you. We have the criteria, we have scope work, we have expectations, and we are looking for self-motivated Ekal Mitra. And once you get training, you can become a certified Ekal Mitra, and you will feel proud that Ekal has contributed in your development as well. And now you're ready to give back to Ekal. That is Ekal Mitra training program, and we will discuss with that. So depend on the interest and all, we will continue this planning for that. Okay, this is as I said about the Ekal Mitra. If whenever we have time, sometime we can visit a place like this. It's a Phnom Ruang Temple, Buriram, Thailand. If we can plan for a one-day visit, our Ekal Mitra team can go there and learn about these things, and also enjoy the teamwork activities.
Understand each other.
Understand, yeah, but with some sightseeing attraction, yeah. Okay, and this is the thank you. This is the Jagannath Rath. I find this photo very, very nice, so I just want to share with you. So that's all from my side. So I'm sorry to take but
Sanjay, ask some question answer. Do some question answer session.
Okay, so
सुशील जी, अच्छा संजय जी,
yes sir, yes sir.
संजय जी,
Listening, I'm listening.
संजय जी,
I'm listening. Yes, yes.
हाँ, ये संजय कुछ बोलना चाहता है.
Okay,
so,
please.
Sorry.
Okay, please.
So I just want to take 2 more minutes. You've very well done presentation, Sanjay ji and Dr. Arshad uncle. I just want to reiterate a few points. So one is basically that when we are joining into, when we are being a part of Ekal, we are donating, or we are going into the deep rooted remote areas of India where otherwise reach is very, very difficult. So these are not parts which are very easily accessible and everything. We are going to be targeting the underprivileged, really underprivileged section of the society. And we all know that the only way we can get them up is through education. Education is the start point, and then it will, once the inroads are there, there is empowerment, self-empowerment, development, other development areas. What we are doing by the contribution, we are contributing only 30 baht a day. Like about, it comes to 10,000 baht a month, which is like maybe a couple of dinners outside. With that, with that, we are educating 20-25 people for a year, which is a huge amount. 90% of the expenses are going to be used directly for the educational purposes. Most of the people who are involved in this organization are volunteers, and even if people are paid anything, it's like a stipend, maybe 5,000 rupees, 7,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. The teachers are paid like 1,000. So whatever you are contributing is going directly to the underprivileged. This is going to be put to the maximum use. And I think for us, all of us sitting here, this is one of the best ways that we can participate for the upliftment of India. So, building of the backbone of Indian society. We have 600,000 villages, and we are already there in 100,000 villages which are backward. So, I mean, what better way can we do at such a minimum expense? I mean, we don't see all other organizations, their administrative expenses are 30 to 50%. Here it is less than 10%. So, I mean, honestly, hats off to the Ekal organization, the way they have structured themselves. So, you know, it is just for a recap of whatever Sanjay ji has spoken. I mean, a fabulous presentation by Sanjay ji and Uncle, Harshad Uncle. So that's about it. 1 minute. So we can move on to the next question and answers.
Yes, yes. Okay, so thank you very much for Sanjay, Nehta ji and Lodha ji. Now I would like to ask our Ekal Mitra, please ask some question. If you don't understand something, we will definitely share the presentation with all of you, but just want to ask some question. We have Lodha ji here, Sanjay, Nehta, Sushil ji also here. So they're all involved with Ekal. We'll be happy to answer your specific questions if you have. वंदना जी आप पूछिए कुछ. हाँ
जी बस मेरा क्लियर है सब चीज, आप लोग का गाइडेंस चाहिएगा और मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ आप बताइएगा मुझे.
ठीक है, नहीं अभी हमने बताया जो क्या करना है, but we will fine tune all you more on that. It's already requirements from the Ekal Mitra.
Yeah.
I had a question.
Please.
Is it necessary that we are only looking for donations, or there is another way of getting things done? Like here, what we are talking is we are talking for the lowest tribes of people who will be getting the basic education. But in India, there is a big middle class where education is very important. And now, due to this online studies, in India, everybody knows the tuition teachers and all is very important part of life. And there are some people in US and all, they call academies. They teach online like Khan Academy and all. And something like this, Ekal can also start teaching for the middle class people, and that income can also be used, because only going for donations is good. But if there's an income, because if a person, for example, is paying, you can say maybe 5,000 rupees a month for their children's tuitions, extra tuitions that they call, if that can be done for 100 rupees or maybe 500 rupees or whatever. So it's a good thing for the middle class people also. Their children are studying, they're getting studies from the tuition teachers who will be joining Ekal to teach those type of people. And Ekal will be getting its own income to help the rural people, rather than only going and convincing people to donate. This might be a extra source of income for Ekal, but I don't know, being an NGO or something, it can do this or not. Thank you.
Okay, I will try to give the answer to Nikki, because there are so many ways you can raise money. We have sold cricket bat, we have sold so many things. Each volunteer has a different ideas. Yes, there's somebody selling the dress, somebody gave me sari worn by actress, and we fetch 11,000 pounds for the one sari. So all the way, there are different way of raising money for the good cause, but we require people who want to buy that. We have to bring the people who can either donate, either buy something and support that. So your idea is excellent. Any volunteers want to do this, I will get permission in Ekal for that. Nikiva.
Thank you.
Anyway, because there are number of mode of way of asking for money. Sometimes we make him cheap guest. We invite 100 people, 50 people. We will say, okay, I will donate 20 schools, 25 schools. That's what we are used to do in Dubai. There are different, each one is a different. Each volunteers or each Ekal Mitra will have a different idea, and we will provide the platform. That's the role I have never done it.
Nikki ji, is it okay?
Thank you very much.
Pradeep ji, want to add something here? Pradeep ji? Lodha ji?
No, nothing.
And you want to add, Sanjay? You want to add something here?
No. I think what he's answered is perfect. So nothing really.
Okay. Okay, Krishna ji. Hello. Krishna ji.
Hi. Yes, I'm here.
Sorry, आप हमारे नए एकल मित्र हैं, तो you have some questions.
As of now, no, I don't have any questions. Sanjay bhai had shared with me the presentations and all, so I've gone through that. But if I have any queries, I'll definitely reach out.
Okay, thank you so much. You have a lot of experience. I think you'll be very valuable member of our team for sure.
Thank you. Sure, we'll try to give 100%.
Thank you very much. Okay, Rekha ji. Rekha.
Yes, it's a nice program, but so far I don't have. I mean,
you understand everything?
Yeah, I don't have any questions. Yeah, I understood, but I just want to go through more and to understand fully. And as of now, I don't have any queries. I will just if anything I have means I will
we have discussed some roles in the
reach out to you, Sanjay ji.
Ekal. Which one you like most? Which role you like most? Rekha?
No, that is hello.
Bolo. How you can contribute to Ekal?
I'm just thinking. I mean, what I understood is we need to raise funds, I think. So I just think how can I can help this.
Okay.
Regarding this, I will discuss. Thank you, Sanjay ji.
Thank you, Rekha. Okay. Anybody else had any question? Okay. No question. Okay, so with that we finished our. Okay, if there's no question, Sushil ji, you want to say something? Sushil ji, in the end.
Sanjay ji, I think we had a very nice session, very informative, and I think there are a lot of information very clearly outlined in the presentation. I think we can look into that, how we want to contribute in this whole initiative, whether as an Ekal Mitra or as an Ekal donor. So I think very, very interesting, and definitely Shipra and myself would like to be associated as an Ekal Mitra.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
सुशील जी आप बोलेंगे कुछ?
I am only observer today.
No, we are finishing now. Sanjay ji, any observation? We are finishing now.
No. Perfect. Everything is good. Nothing.
Okay, so thank you
Thanks
so
to
much,
everybody for joining in. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much. Yeah.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
दूसरा चाय पीना